Good evening, children. It's Uncle Roger with another bedtime story. Have you had your dinner? Have you brushed your teeth and flossed? Are you tucked up in bed? So many questions. Get on with the bedtime story, Uncle Roger. I hear you cry. All right, let's begin. This one's called The Lamb, the Slaughterhouse, and the Roast Dinner. It's another good one. I mean, they're all good. It was Friday morning and Timmy was off to school. He was excited, not just because it was a Friday and he had ballet after school, but because he was going on a school trip.
Make sure you've got your Macintosh in case it rains,
Shouted Mummy from the bathroom. She was slightly constipated after taking a set of new slimming pills. They weren't working as advertised, you see.
Yes, Mommy.
Replied Timmy as he excitedly skipped towards the front door.
Have a great time. I'm making a special dinner for you later. Yay, bye, Mommy. And don't forget to wash your hands. Goodbye, darling.
Maybe she should up the dosage. Timmy got on the school bus, and all his friends were excited about the trip. The purpose of the trip was to see where their food comes from. Personally, I would have preferred a trip to the Imperial War Museum or something more interesting. Anyway.
Who's farted? Opened that window.
As the bunch of school kids arrived at the destination, the smell of blood filled the air. Sounds of animals in distress could be heard, even though Radio 2 was blasting out of the speakers, probably trying to cover up the noises. Some lambs were let out to see the children. They were lovely and plump, and hopped about in the fresh straw, deceptively laid out for them. They even played with a nice rubber ball.
I'm going to name this one Freddy,
Timmy said to his best friends Julian and Sebastian. Silly Timmy, he forgot rule number 1 of a slaughterhouse. Never, ever name an animal.
And here's where the lambs are taken next,
said the slaughterhouse manager, as he started to lead the children along the route the lambs would travel to the execution chamber. Darling, I'm not sure it's called an execution chamber. Maybe do some research next time.
Whatever.
Do the lambs have fun in here too?
Said Timmy, in a concerned voice.
It smells funny,
Said Timmy, as the smell of death entered his nostrils. Timmy started to feel queasy in his tummy. He started to realize that the lambs weren't going to play in the lovely fresh straw and suck on Mummy's teat anymore. Poor little Timmy hadn't realized that he was about to witness poor little Freddy's demise.
Now, if you don't want to watch what happens, look away,
Said the murderer, the slaughterhouse manager. Timmy's eyes were fixated on Freddy. Freddy's eyes were fixated on Timmy. He didn't want to watch, but he couldn't help it. Timmy fainted into the droppings on the slaughterhouse floor. He was sent back home in a taxi with his teacher. He hadn't remembered anything from when he fainted to when he saw beautiful Mummy by his bedside.
Oh, Mummy, it was awful.
Mummy had no idea what her son had just witnessed.
Well, come downstairs and tell me all about it over dinner. It's your favorite, roast lamb. And your teacher brought the meat with her from your trip. No, Freddy!
Screamed Timmy as he munched on a slice of Freddy's leg. The end. Now, I don't want you to think about poor Timmy and the trauma he must have suffered. I don't want you to think about poor Freddy. And I don't want you to think about the scary slaughterhouse. I want you to sleep well. Darling, do we have any floss? I've got some Freddy meat stuck in my teeth. Until next time, children, good night. Bedtime stories with Roger.
I do voices.
Yeah!